Once upon a time, long before the U.S. became the bustling country it is today, it was made up of 13 colonies. These colonies were like small communities. And guess who was in charge of them? The King of England. But the people living in the colonies weren't very happy about this. The king had been making rules that were not very fair to the colonists. He decided things like taxes, which are extra money people had to pay to the government. Imagine if your parents decided to charge you extra chores, just because they wanted more help cleaning the house. The colonists felt they didn't have a say in the decisions that affected them. One of the rules the king made was about taxes on tea. People love drinking tea as much as you love hot chocolate, or maybe even more. But being taxed to drink tea was just too much. The most famous protest was the Boston Tea Party. Colonists dressed up as Native Americans and threw tea into the sea to make a point that they didn't like these taxes one bit. The colonists wanted to make their own decisions and have their own government. This led to a big disagreement between them and England. Imagine two teams arguing about who gets to play first in a game. They have to settle it before they can play together. So, there was a war called the American Revolutionary War. It started in 1775 and went on until 1783. Colonists called themselves patriots, and they fought hard against the British soldiers who came to keep the colonies under control. There were many battles like the famous one at Yorktown. Many brave people like George Washington, who became a leader, helped the colonists fight for their freedom. The Patriots worked really hard, and in the end, they won their independence. Finally, in 1783, the war ended, and the colonies became their own country called the United States of America. This was the beginning of a new adventure for the people who lived there, and they could now decide their own rules and how to make the country grow. And so, the American Revolution was a historic time when people stood up for what they believed was right, determined to make their own decisions and live in a place where their voices could be heard.